Good afternoon. I am so excited to be here to celebrate our friend and colleague Jeff Zyontz on 5 decades of service. This is a gentleman who wears and has worn many hats working in the county. And I mean that literally because he literally puts on different hats to describe different functions of the government power when it comes to land use. But he has been a fixture in Montgomery County government in land use and has done it with grace, has done it with intellect, has done it with class, has done it with a sense of humor that's even funny sometimes, um, and has brought a unique personality to everything that he does, in particular the famous footnotes as we've come to know them and now at this point to miss them. Were embedded in each staff packet on each policy issue is not only a nuanced understanding of land use policy, but also a joke, some type of sarcasm that's carefully included. And sometimes what we work on here gets a little dry, so bringing a little humor to that is important. But wanted to note as well, Jeff was ready to retire and to work on his golf game, and we certainly know that it needs that. And we needed him. The county, at a time of need where the Park and Planning Commission needed a leader, needed somebody who was trusted and admired, both for his mind and for his heart, and who had the best interests of the county always at heart, and who understood and had a deep association and relationship with the hardworking staff. We knew the person we needed to turn to in that time and moment of need. And when the county needed him, when the council needed someone to turn to, when the Park and Planning Commission needed the right leader at the right time, it was obvious who that would be, and it was Jeff Zyontz. And so I am so grateful to him on a personal level, having served here and now chairing the Committee of Jurisdiction over Park and Planning over land use issues. And I know all of us here at the County Council are just so grateful for Jeff, for all of his 5 decades of service, and particularly for this last year and these last several months, his willingness to step up to serve the county he has served so admirably for so many years. So with that, let me turn it over to our council president, and then we have a proclamation to read.
This is a wonderful afternoon, and Jeff might be Montgomery County's equivalent of Forrest Gump, always being at the right time in the right place. Right? And I say that as a term of endearment because every time we've needed you, you've been there. And even when you were unwilling to do so, you've stepped up.
He was a better jogger.
He was a better jogger. He's still running. And so the reality is the residents of Montgomery County owe you a lot. They owe your wife a lot too. And I know that you've always given it your best. You have given it with all of your intellect, and as has been noted, with some of your humor as well. But while you might not be at the council, clearly your sense of humor lives on in Council Vice President Friedson. But we really just appreciate you, and I know that as you begin this new chapter in your life, I hope you don't tune in too often to the council. I hope you don't read the packets too closely. But the work that you've been doing for decades are still here. It's still in the packets, it's in the law, it's in the regulation. And your legacy really does live on. And it will keep running. And so thank you, Jeff, for everything that you've been doing.
So we're going to call up Jeff Zyontz to say a few words now. I was deciding on my Forrest Gump line that I was going to use. I'm definitely not going to use stupid as a stupid does. But your footnotes are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Jeff Zyontz.
Sure. Thank you so much for this. It's quite the honor, but I'm still short. I don't know what to say. It's a terrific honor. And I'm proud of the county, proud of its institutions, proud that I helped. And I just gained some wisdom that The problems of today are yesterday's solutions. And with that, you have to have some humility for what you're going forward with. And it took me a while to learn that, but I think I did. And I think the council is learning that too. But has been a wonderful place to work. The people are terrific. There's nothing better than the staff at the council, I have to say. Second is park and planning staff. You know, you have to say that too. And it was an amazing adventure to be associated both with the people I had worked with before 2006, the people I worked with at the council 2006 to 2020, and then the new people at the planning board, who about 15% of them are the same, but they were all there willing to help, trying to do their best, and it's a wonderful place to work too. So I thank you for this. It's beyond the pale, and I really do appreciate it.
Okay, Council President and I are going to read a proclamation from the County Council of Montgomery County. Whereas, throughout his celebrated 50-year career, Mr. Jeffrey Zyontz has served Montgomery County as a leading expert in regional planning and land use issues, first in the Montgomery County Planning Department and later in the Montgomery County Council. And
whereas Mr. Zyontz began his career as a summer intern in the Montgomery County Planning Department and worked up to a position as division chief, where he oversaw the work of and supervised 55 planning specialists in areas such as transportation, environment, historic preservation, park planning, and park resources. And
whereas Mr. Zyontz joined the Montgomery County Council as a zoning and land use law expert for 15 years, leaving retirement to become a senior fellow and share his research and legal expertise with colleagues during a time of great transition. And
whereas in 2016, Mr. Zyontz gained international recognition when he was spotlighted by the Washington Post local government and politics reporter Bill Turk in his piece, quote, "This Maryland zoning attorney's footnotes come with a kick." And
whereas during his time working for the council, Mr. Zyontz wrote over 100 zoning text amendments and was instrumental in the huge undertaking of rewriting the 2014 zoning ordinance, a 1,400-page zoning document that had not been comprehensively rewritten since the 1950s. And through Mr. Zyontz' guidance and expertise was modernized into a mere 400-page document, though sadly without footnotes, to make it more accessible for our residents. And
whereas Mr. Zyontz' dedication to serve the residents of Montgomery County is unparalleled, as he left retirement once again to apply and accepted the position to become the county's planning board interim chair, as the council searched for candidates to fill the full-time role. And
whereas Mr. Zyontz ensured that the hard work of the planning department continued, reviewing applications and approving master plans to continue important development efforts across the county. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognizes the lifetime of service of Jeffrey Zyontz, and be it further resolved that we recognize his unwavering professionalism and dedication to serving Montgomery County residents by sharing his passion for regional planning, presented on this 20th day of June, 2023, signed by myself and the council president. Congratulations, Mr. Zyontz.